Hello, it is Friday, January 31st. I've been kind of absent from YouTube for about a week. At the time I'm filming this, the last video that went up was my Manic Monday book review for Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. When I was filming my last reading vlog that never got posted because stuff happens, I mentioned that I felt like I had a depressive episode coming on, and I was trying really hard to avoid that. So, spoiler alert, I did not. I ended up having kind of a little bit of a breakdown Sunday night, Monday morning. So I called into work, and my boss was really awesome. He knows what's going on with me, and so that alleviated a lot of stress because I hate calling into work. Stuff happens, like he told me. Monday wasn't great, and went into work Tuesday, made it through. And then Wednesday, I woke up at 8:45 and to text messages like, Stephanie, are you okay? Where are you? Slept through 4 alarms. 4. Thursday wasn't great either, but today, I'm feeling a lot better. This weekend, I just want to read as much as I can. I'm not going to focus on my TBR because, to be honest, probably not going to finish like 3 things that were on there, but that's okay because life happens. What I do want to work on is I have Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 3rd book in the Mistborn trilogy. And I also have The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. This is the 2nd book in the Wheel of Time series. And in this book, I'm about halfway through. Really liking it so far. I think it's gone by a little bit faster than The Eye of the World. I think because I'm used to his writing style and a lot of the action was picking up. Even though there's still a lot of traveling, like it's integral to the plot, and it's not just traveling for the sake of traveling, but it's a lot of traveling, like a lot. That's my plan for tonight. I'm on page 80, and I think out of the 3, I think this is the shortest book in the trilogy. We'll see. But I'm obviously in my pajamas. My hair is just whatever. Lucy is probably gonna jump up on here. Her latest thing is she likes to lay on my back while I'm reading, which doesn't bother me because she's really warm and I like that pressure. If you have a cat, you know what I mean. But yeah, so I'm going to go read. It is Saturday afternoon. And last night I laid down to start reading and I was feeling really energetic. And then I promptly fell asleep about 30 pages into Hero of Ages. So I was obviously very tired. Today, I actually woke up at 5:30 because I forgot to turn my work alarm off. And then I just couldn't go back to sleep, so I watched some YouTube videos for a while to get caught up on some of my friends' videos and cuddled with Lucy for a bit. And then I've just kind of been cleaning and working on my bullet journal for February and not really doing much reading at all. But my copy of The Hero of Ages came in. I'm very excited. So I'm going to give the other copy back to the library so some other wonderful soul can read it. But I think what I'm going to do is jump back into The Hero of Ages and read for a little bit. I'm going to go read and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Hello. Say hi. I also forgot to add that we listened to the first hour of Stormfront by Jim Butcher. It's the first book in the Dresden Files series. I started the audiobook this morning, which is another thing I did while I was laying in bed, not being productive. And I really like it so far. I think I've heard people say that the first book isn't the best start to the series, but that it keeps getting better. So I'm interested to see that. But I like the narrator. He feels like his voice is like the embodiment of the character, if that makes sense. And it's gripping enough that I'm still interested in continuing that. So I'll probably listen to most of that this coming week while I'm at work, because that's where I do a lot of my audiobook listening when I'm not on the phone. So yeah. Do you have anything to add? Nothing? I have thoughts. I'm about 90 pages in now. And not a fan of Mr. Thorpe. He's a jerk. At first, I just thought he was really irritating, kind of like a Mr. Collins, like from Pride and Prejudice. But I think Mr. Collins was just kind of oblivious. But Mr. Thorpe is manipulative and a jerk. And I do not like him. And I get really irritated when things happen. There's one scene where Catherine and Mrs. Allen were supposed to go on a walk with Mr. Tilney and his sister, but it started raining. Yeah? Lucy has strong feelings about this too. They were supposed to go on a walk, and then it started raining, so they figured that the walk had been called off. And so, right about this time, Mr. Thorpe and Catherine's brother James and her friend Isabella pulled up, and they decided that they were going to go to see this Gothic type castle. And they invited Catherine because they knew she'd really like it. And she kept insisting that she couldn't go because she was expecting the Tilneys to stop by because the rain had actually cleared up. And it really irritates me because she said no. She had a really good excuse, and Mr. Thorpe and Isabella and James would not take no for an answer. And it's like, maybe she just doesn't want to go. Did you ever think of that? No, you didn't. And then they were on the carriage. They were going to the castle. And Mr. Thorpe had told Catherine before they left that he saw the Tilneys going somewhere else. And that's what finally convinced her to go. And as they're going to the castle, they pass the Tilneys. And they catch her eye. And she begs Mr. Thorpe to stop so that she can explain what happened, that she wasn't being rude. And he just laughs and urges his horse to go faster and just leaves them in the dust. And I hate him so much. Who does that? Who does that? Jerk. I'm going to keep reading this, and hopefully Mr. Thorpe doesn't piss me off anymore. And I'll check in later. It's 11 p.m. I really haven't read that much more like I was planning to. Lucy fell asleep on Northanger Abbey, so that kind of ruined reading that. Before she fell asleep on it, I read about 60 pages. I'm probably going to read some more of this, and hopefully I won't pass out. I'm not feeling as sleepy right now, but we'll see. Hello. It is Super Bowl Sunday, which, whatever. February 2nd. It's about 2:30. I once again forgot to turn my work alarm off at 5:30 this morning, but I ended up going back to sleep and waking up on my weekend alarm, which was 8:30. So, still woke up early. Way to go me. After I said I was going to read that cozy mystery book last night, I passed out. And when I woke up this morning, the book was like on my shoulder and I was sleeping on it. So obviously that didn't pan out. I don't know why I'm so tired. And the sad thing is, before that clip, I had a cup of coffee. So it's not like I wasn't caffeinated. I had caffeine in my system. Maybe I just don't maybe caffeine doesn't affect me anymore. I don't know. I read about 65 pages of Northanger Abbey yesterday. I'm still really liking it. I still hate Mr. Thorpe. He is really a pain in the butt and very irritating, and I do not enjoy being around people like him who won't take no for an answer. I'm about 40% of the way through, so I think I can finish it in the next day or two. I worked on my bullet journal for a little bit today. Almost done with that, and I've been catching up on YouTube videos. As you can see right now, I'm watching Brittany the Bibliophile, who's one of my faves. And I didn't really read any of Hero of Ages. My goal today, I'm going to take a shower because I really need to wash my hair. I don't wash my hair every day, and today it's getting to the point where it's getting a little oily. So we're going to do that, and then I think I'm going to film a couple videos because I didn't post anything last week because I was having that depressive episode, and then I don't have any more book reviews filmed. So I need to film a couple of those to have on hand, and so I have something to post tomorrow. Even though I do have 2 videos, so I guess worst case scenario, I can just not do a Manic Monday book review. I can just do like my December wrap up, or I have a channel goals video I could post. But I do want to try to film a couple videos today, and I'm really excited. I have a book tag that I created. I'm going to double check to make sure nobody else has done this, but the last time I looked, I didn't see anything. I really do want to film that because I'm really excited, and I've never created my own book tag before, so go me. And that's probably the most creative thing I've done on my channel so far, so I'm really excited that I can share it. Even if it doesn't get great feedback, I tried, and that's all that matters. So, my plan, I'm gonna go take a shower, and I think I'm gonna listen to Stormfront while I'm doing that and getting ready to film. That's my audiobook right now. Really good so far. I did listen to like an hour more of that yesterday, so we're starting to get to the actual like meat of the story, which is good. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll film a little bit and then check in from there. Hello. It's a couple hours later. And by a couple hours, I think it's actually 4 hours later, so that was my washing machine. That did not sound good. I'm a little concerned. As you can see, I straightened my hair, which I have not done in like a year. So I got distracted earlier. I forgot that the Northanger Abbey live show was going to happen at 3 o'clock today. So I ended up watching that for an hour. I was gonna film some YouTube videos today, but in order to do that, I need to put on makeup. I mean, I know I don't need to, but I prefer to. But I'm really not feeling it. It's almost 7. So it's like 2 hours from my bedtime. And my face is all clean. And I'd have to make it dirty again. So I may just be lazy and not do that. I think I may just read. Since we last spoke, I've read about 10 pages of Northanger Abbey. And that's about it. So my washer just keeps getting louder and louder. If I don't post anything this week, it's probably because my washer exploded. What a way to go. Booktuber dies in washer explosion on Super Bowl Sunday. It's also really funny. We have a group chat for work, and I think literally the only person who's not watching the Super Bowl today. And so they keep talking about like the commercials and all that kind of stuff, and I haven't seen any of them. So I keep sending stuff like it's got a picture of Hyacinth from Keeping Up Appearances, and it says, "Oh, Super Bowl, is it by Wedgwood?" So I'm obviously a social outcast. I'm going to spend the rest of my Super Bowl Sunday reading some Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson, possibly Jane Austen, and not watching football. Hello, it is Monday afternoon. I'm currently at work, hence the low volume, but I realized that I never ended my vlog for this weekend. So last night I ended up listening to about 3 hours of the Dresden Files, and I listened to it on 1.4 speed, so maybe like 2.5 hours, so not that bad. Really liking it so far. The main character is actually really funny, and he gets into these funny situations while still dealing with these gruesome crimes. So that was fun. So overall this weekend wasn't the best reading weekend, but I read a good chunk of Northanger Abbey, read a little bit of The Hero of Ages, and then read probably 60% of the Dresden Files. So I'm considering it a win. And yeah, that's it. That's my weekend vlog. So hopefully this wasn't too boring. I'm trying to get better about vlogging, but I feel like I just do the same thing every weekend, so it's gonna get boring, but we'll see. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.